Well, hello. I'm glad we were finally able to make it. Last week we had some
Hey,
issues, but we are
hey,
back.
hey,
How y'all
hey,
doing? So hopefully we
oh,
get things together. It's a lot going
hey,
on. So it's good, and you can see the comments on the side here. So everyone say hello.
hi, hey, who?
Yes, we got everything working out today. So thank goodness.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
I know, right? It's so much fun. It's exciting,
Y'all
and
back and stuff, and stuff, and stuff, and stuff.
I am ready to talk. And there was a lot going on this weekend because I went to
Baby,
Hunter for Pride.
baby,
So,
it's all, baby. But so
missed you
happy to
too.
see y'all. Who's that? That's Grace,
And
Trayvon,
Trayvon and Lola.
Lola. Lola, girl, you better go ahead and start this new season off being the first one in the room. Come on, Lola. She said,
I
damn it,
know, right?
my name is Lola. And I'm gonna be the first in the room. Or
And
did
I am
Terry?
a showgirl, God damn it.
Yeah, did Grace or Trayvon get in here first? Because I don't know. I don't know who was first.
No, it was Lola.
It was Lola. Hey Lola
Mhm.
girl. What's going on? I'm glad you made it.
Uh,
Um, what's going on?
Enduring dating apps for a
no,
queer person of color is a cesspit where all your
sorry.
confidence.
Okay. We were
I got
back. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. The one thing that I don't like about this is that it doesn't do a smooth transition yet, but we're paying half of the price, so we'll be all right.
We just gonna make it work. It's gonna do what it do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And God. Mm-hmm. And on God. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeedy. Um, well, uh, what's going on with everybody? What y'all doing? I mean, y'all a little too quiet. Like, what's going on? I don't understand. Like, y'all not talking, y'all not doing like what's going on? I don't understand. Where we at?
What's happening?
What y'all doing? Like, no one has anything to say. Like, I'm trying to understand what's going on. Nobody got stuff to say. I mean, come on, like really? Like, oh my god.
Right. I
Okay.
mean, we still getting started, but let's get it cracker and lacking. So first, let's have a few announcements. So starting next week, I think we will be pre-recording the show, and we're going to figure out a schedule. Maybe we'll go live like the first Wednesday of every month. But pre-recording the show allows us to manage our schedules a little bit better. But you can typically expect the shows to come out every probably Friday,
Well, we haven't quite. I mean,
Thursday,
it,
Friday, eventually.
so here's the thing. Just know that when we do air the show, one or both of us will be in the comment section just talking about stuff. So we're not totally going to be gone.
No,
But
we're
it
not
is.
going to be gone at all, and we've got some new things coming. But
Oh yeah.
life be continuing to life, and doing it live every week is it's a lot, and we'll see how it goes. Because maybe it'll end up being more of a hassle doing a fucking
The taping.
the taping. So we'll get it together. We will
Yeah.
figure it out. But you will hear from us in one way or another every week, and so we'll be looking for you to interact with us or the Instagrams, not the Instagrams, but on the
Okay, now
YouTube.
wait a minute. Hold up. Hold on. Trayvon, I'm just reading these comments now. So, listen, we're gonna start this off right. Now let's be clear. I did not cause us to miss last week. That was a mutual Verizon issue, and it was also
It was a
me in
Verizon
particular.
issue.
It was actually me in particular having issues with my internet. and my laptop.
No, you remember I was having issues with my internet too.
But that's what started the conversation with us about Verizon and the Wi-Fi situation, because I had to contact Verizon, you contacted Verizon, and then we spun into this particular weekend where last weekend there was this whole outage with Verizon for a couple people. So it was a whole lot of stuff. So I did not cause you to miss last week. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I remember seeing your ass in this chat room, but I could be wrong. It's okay, but it was not me. This was Verizon. So, but I will own my shit.
He told you.
When I do, I will own my shit.
He told you.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
He said, "I'll take it back then for now."
Oh, well. Put it in your mouth.
Exactly. So yeah, so how have you been? How was your last week? How was your Memorial? How was your Labor Day weekend?
Listen, I told y'all before, like last week, and Dominion says it, and we will continue to say it. Life is life, and stuff is going on. I'm trying to temper what I share, and let me be clear: nothing's big. Nobody's dying. There's no incurable disease or anything like that. But life is lifing, and just some stuff you just keep to yourself. Mm-hmm. But in that same vein of life be lifing, or life has been lifing, this work situation at Redacted Airline, huh?
David just joined the call. It was good to see him.
Hey. This work situation at Redacted Airlines and Redacted Rail Line and Black Degree Factory and all these other things that we are a part of, baby. The shit be hitting hard, and so that's where we're at. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it just kind of takes you off your rocker a little bit, and you got to recenter. But for the most part, a lot of stuff is going on, and stuff that I'm probably not going to talk about. But if you know anything about the Black Degree Factory, I'm sure you'll probably hear all of this stuff soon anyway. But with that being said, of course, it makes you feel uncomfortable where you are and where you get a paycheck from and who you're around and who you talk to and what you say and all that type of stuff. So it just becomes that sort of stuff. But for the most part, my tight-knit circle of friends at the Black Degree Factory and also adjacent to the Black Degree Factory. So that's what we do. We just talk about shit. That's all we do. We talk about stuff. But the last week has been interesting. It's the beginning of the semester. People are coming in. There's all these changes, and while things change, some things stay the same when it comes to certain things and the way the Black Degree Factory does stuff, how you feel like it's going to make it a little bit easier, but it's just as effed up as it was the last time. And then you hear about it one more, the day before you're supposed to do something or end something. So here we are once again, an extra week doing the nonsense that we've been doing all month long. When did we find out? Oh, I'd say Thursday of the week. Probably Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, that we might be there another week. This is where we are. Right. But in the process of that, I got some time off. I was able to really just sit around and do absolutely nothing. And here's where I am at 54. I am enjoying a schedule that is clear. I am enjoying when I don't have to be anywhere, when I don't have to do nothing. And baby, I'm enjoying that moment. And lots of times I find myself actually just sitting in the complete and total silence. Thank you, Dominion, for making me get rid of cutting my cable. Because I swear to God, I debate about that for the last. But baby, I got no distractions. Now, I can still access my porn whenever I want. Let me be clear. I mean,
it's not that you don't have internet. You're just not paying for cable.
I mean, right. I'm not a caveman. I can definitely get my shit off. But it's that mindless dribble that goes on with certain things, like when it's just playing in the background. And now I just have to make a conscious effort of what it is that I want to watch. And it's helped me to actually do a couple other things, which is actually focus and listen to my own self. You ever been that busy where you just can't really focus or listen to yourself? It's like you're like subconsciously your body's telling you something, or like you shouldn't do something or whatever, but the noises are blocked out because everything else is going on. So again, thank you for that. But now we have been talking about it, and there was probably 230 something reasons why I should have let that shit go a long time ago.
Hallelujah.
But that's a whole nother conversation. But for the most part, the week was good. It was really, really good. I had an excellent DNA appointment. Excellent.
Was it life-changing?
It wasn't life-changing, but here's what I will say.
Was it
It was
life-affirming?
It was life-affirming, and it was in the top 5 of DNA experiences with my top 5 team member. Yes.
Oh,
Definitely. So, but I also want to take some time out to say happy birthday to Yummy, and I hope that you enjoyed your birthday and you were doing everything you wanted to do. I hope that you enjoyed your birthday and everything that you wanted to do. And may this birthday be the best birthday that you've had up to this point.
You're not just gonna slide right over that. Who the fuck is Yummy? Exactly, slut.
Okay, I mean, say something that's not necessarily true, but I mean, this is where we are, and there's nothing wrong with it. So I done told y'all before. I will keep my DNAs close to heart. I'm gonna keep non-DNAs close to heart until I feel like there's something to talk about. So,
oh no, I'm fucking with you. I wouldn't.
Oh no.
I expect you to tell me on air now later.
Well, we had already had this conversation, so I mean, it's
I know. That's why I'm just fucking with you.
But for everybody else, I'm just saying.
Oh, so wait a minute. Grace says she's known as Yummy.
Now, in certain communities, maybe
wait a minute. So you and Grace is kai-kaiing?
In certain communities, Grace may be known as Yummy, but let me be clear: these Yummies over here are not entangling with her Yummies. That's not what we're doing. That's too much yummy. We're not. No. That'd be more like ooey gooey, sticky patooey. Like no, that means you throw it in the trash. No. Some people like that type of stuff, that Yummy that she has, and some people like the stuff that I have, and that's fine. That's where we are. I don't doubt it. I'm sure it's Yummy to somebody.
Okay.
Ain't that right, Grace? Okay, now she got nothing to say. But I also want to say, hey, Mama Grace, and congratulations to Grace and her new family member that she has. So congratulations and welcome to the family. Family member. That's what. Yeah. So she can fill in all that stuff, but she knows I'm just saying that on air. So congratulations and welcome to the fam. But for me,
congratulations.
For me, that's been about it. It's been a lot of rest. It's been a lot of casual conversation, a lot of planning, because I got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of trips that are coming up, and it's draining me financially. But we're gonna figure out what the order is.
You like the date did?
Well, that one left. But yeah. But just lining some stuff up. But for the most part, everything's been fine. Now we got bitches outside screaming and shit. That's what we doing. Okay. Anyway, but that's been all that's going on with me. I haven't really taken a whole bunch of trips or anywhere, but that's been my week. That's been my weekend. I had I was talking about the Verizon stuff. I had a little fight with them about that. They came and replaced my boxes. Then they're scheduled to come back out next week. I got to do a doctor's appointment for the eyes and all that good stuff. This getting old shit is not for the week. I got my another session with my little doctor friend that's coming up. Looking forward to that. So it's things are rolling. So that's where I'm at. But that's been everything for me. So I don't want to keep rambling on. How has your week been, Mr. Dominion? How has that been for you?
Well, so today, to start with, one of my coworkers came in with his Meta glasses. So it's got a little camera in the corner, and you can say, "Hey, Meta," and she'll start recording. And he showed me the video of him like in the grocery store and us talking and whatnot. I was like, "Oh, these glasses are very dangerous."
They are, and do know that when I go for my eyeglasses, I'm looking at them as well.
Right. And well, right. And you can get a prescription in them. So that is, yeah. Yeah.
that
Very
actually
dangerous.
that actually might make me wear them because I'm supposed to be wearing them all the time.
Hmm. And I was thinking, like this weekend when I was out and about at Pride and stuff, that it would have been cute to have them on. So just look for what's the link, Grace? I'm gonna get you the link. Although these motherfuckers aren't giving us a nickel, so I'm not gonna pump them up too fierce. Go to meta.com and look for AI glasses. And so yeah, so that's that. So let's work our way backwards. So first of all, I finally found the right color for. Let me see if I can get it to focus in. Yeah. So I finally found the right sparkly black at the little nail salon. So I wrote her down, and so I am good to go on that. Also today, I was scrolling through the Facebooks and came across a black male nail tech who's actually been featured on like Good Morning America and other spots, who lives in Gaithersburg. So I was, and he has his prices right there on the website, and they seem reasonable. So I'm gonna give him a go next time I need to get my nails did. I don't. All I know is that he's a black man, and I don't know anything else about him. I didn't even look at the article. I'm always down to support other Negroes.
Does he do? Is it mani pedi or just is he just a pedi?
He had all kinds of services. He had acrylics, gel, manicures, pedicures, mani pedis. What I really want to get is let me see if I can find the company. It's called Moonbeam or Moonlight or something.
But speaking of the gel part, I've heard that there's been some negative stuff going on with some of these gels that people have been using on their nails. Have you? I mean, because I know.
No,
listen,
I've not heard anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know that you were a fan of some of the gel, and I mean, it looks great, but I didn't really get a chance to read the article. I just saw like of course, the headlines, and of course, some of it may have been just to get your attention, but I didn't get to read the article itself. But I've seen a couple of different places where they're popping up saying that places are they're going to stop using the gel.
Oh, yeah, it's called Mooncat. Let me pull up the wait for the website to come up and show a picture of it real quick, or at least one of the options. Let me share my screen. This is going to be a test.
Okay. So, and I'm sorry, while you're doing that, the articles I came across was saying something was toxic in them, and I want to say it was somewhere either in the UK or somewhere in Europe that they were banning it because of some of the toxic chemicals, and it has something to do with I'm not sure if it's sex or just reproduction, but that's cute, that's pretty.
Yeah, so that's I gotta add to figure out how to get it to flip. But yeah, that's kind of, I want to do that sort of ombre. And what that is metallic flecks in it. So, I gotta find somebody who knows how to do that shit just right.
Right.
So
okay.
Yeah, so anyway,
do you want to get that color combination?
Not necessarily.
Get that color combination? Because I actually like it.
I would like a black and silver, or sort of a dark, like a blood orange and black, and whatever. So yeah, so and the
sounds cute.
I don't think the cute little ladies at the cute little Thai ladies at the nail salon that I go to now, they seem like they do a good job, because they do a good job, and it's the spot right around the corner from my house, across the street from Addison Metro So they do a good job, but they don't seem like they do like nail art or like.
Are you talking about over there by the subway? Over by the subway, or are you talking about over on the side where
next to is in the shopping center with the Planet Fitness?
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
So, but yeah, so I got my nails done on Wednesday, and Thursday I jetted off to Atlanta. So the trip started with, okay, bitch. So listen, I pay all of this. I pay all of this money for my Amex card, for the fee every year. So I be trying to use all of the benefits. So normally, I honestly, when I choose flights, I be looking like, does this have an Amex Centurion Lounge? So that's how I choose price first. I'm not going to choose, airline just because of that, but that's like a good thing to do. So
you ain't got to lie, Craig. Come on, you looking for the Centurion Lounge? Why you lying, Craig?
So this time, since I was flying into Atlanta, I was flying Delta. So Delta has a Delta Lounge, and so I was like, okay, this will be cute. I will try out the Delta Lounge. The Delta Lounge was not quite giving what it was supposed to give.
Really? Because we did United.
The United Lounge was cute. So, let's get into this Delta Lounge. Let me be clear. This is a very bourgeois first world problem, because most people don't get a lounge at all. They get to sit on them hard ass seats and eat at whatever restaurants are there or grab something from Dunkin' Donuts. They don't have a bar where you can, if it's not.
Don't try to discount Dunkin' Donuts. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm wearing my Dunkin' orange.
And you want your breakfast Bloody Mary followed by your breakfast mimosa, that is included. This is all what you're paying for. So on a basic level, it was fine, but just the level. So like, this is the Delta Lounge, right? This is the Amex Centurion. So it was just like everything was a little bit like,
So we're gonna name this. It
just had a little je ne sais quoi, it just had a little oomph, in it that I like better at the Centurion Lounge. But let me just be clear. If I could only ever go to a Delta Lounge and there were no Centurion Lounge, it will be fine. So again, this is a first world problem. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the Delta Lounge. It's just, I have the experience of the Centurion Lounge at National Airport to compare it to, because that's where I normally go, but I happen to be flying Delta. So I was like, if you have the Amex card that I have and you're flying Delta, then you can go into the lounge. Normally, you can't just be flying Delta and go into the lounge without paying. You have to have both in order to do that, or have like the Delta Amex, or like being flying Delta One or some other shit. So it was cute. I had my my little breakfast, and that's the thing, is the selection of food in the in the Amex Lounge was just a little bit more chefy. You know what I'm saying? They had the cute little round steam trays, with they had like the little mini waffles that's about this big, and they had them cut in half, and those waffles were crispy. And
is that a bad thing though? The crispy.
I don't mean crispy in a good way, like almost burnt.
You talking about like crunchy, like okay, like like hard.
Yes, they were like, they should have come out of the little mini waffle iron.
They were door stops that was holding the doors back when at the foot
of the. So the food selection was okay, but I feel like the food was a little better at the Amex Centurion Lounge. And then
Grace, just to be clear, but you are, Blanche, we are poor.
The Delta Lounge is for the bougie folks, but there is levels to the bougie. And again, I am not suggesting that there's anything wrong with the Delta Lounge, but just two things that sort of serve the same kind of clientele and do the same sort of thing. They're both, airport lounges. And so it invites a comparison. But like I'm saying, if there was no Amex Lounge at Reagan National Airport, then Delta Lounge will be totally fine because I got my food. There was plenty of chargers. There was lots of space to spread out. I got my lovely breakfast Bloody Mary and then my breakfast mimosa to start my trip to Atlanta. And so I got to Atlanta and I was staying out by the airport because I was there to hang out with the kids, with Volt and Isu and Shenzi and Hypnos. And Volt and Isu were staying downtown at the Renaissance. For the 4 nights that we were there, their hotel was $1,500 American dollars.
I love.
Now, I want to be clear. That was for 4 nights. When I was in San Francisco, for the whole 7 days that I was there, it only cost me $1,200.
I love our Bristol Bolt, but baby, I am not in that tax bracket, baby. I'm so glad I know somebody.
Well, let me be clear. He was there because
it may have been work for him as well.
It was work related. So, a lot of that shit could get written off. But since I was not there and couldn't get shit written off, I stayed at the 4 Points Sheraton by the airport. That was only $500 for $500 for the 4 days. So, and I thought about it because if I had stayed downtown, I would have been Ubering everywhere. So it would have been a lot more expensive. So I had the same car that you have, baby. Don't be surprised if I pull up in the exact same vehicle that you have one day and be like, please don't be too mad at me.
Listen, that's exactly how it happened with 007. Remember, we have the same thing.
Right. So I need to see if they have it in like a cute, because I love that candy apple red. But if they have it in an orange color, or
they didn't have it in an orange color, just the primary colors, nothing but orange. And my grandbaby's calling me, and he knows that we on the show, and he know I'm going to lay him out. But that's okay. I ain't talked to him. He fine. It's good to see him. But you better tune into the show. Bye. Go ahead.
And so so that was that. And so Thursday we went to dinner at this really cool, it's described as an Alpine restaurant. Do I have the pictures?
Alpine restaurant? What the hell is an Alpine restaurant?
So Alpine cuisine is like the Swiss Alps. So it's a mixture of Swiss. So it's a mixture of Swiss. It's really French cuisine. But
because I was like, what is that Alpine? That's why I was like, what is Alpine? Like, but okay, I was trying to like hot cocoa and snowballs. Like I'm trying to figure out mountains.
Right. And I made a few photos. Well, I just gotta show some pictures of the food. So let me see if I can get that all to come up. Okay, good. I can. So I am going to start here. Girl, why is it so blurry? What is going on here?
And again, we told y'all we switched over to a new
all right, so
a new platform. So we're still having some adjustments and trying to figure out and make it real smooth and purdy.
Yeah, it's a lot going on here. All right, it says it's sharing, but now, okay, so that's what we want. That is what I want to see. All right, so do I go here?
Hey, boo boo, you all right, baby? Listen, Pap loves you.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Old Man of the Woods, yes.
So that was the cocktail that Isu had. It was rye, bay leaf syrup, maple, and pine. But the cool thing, I don't know if you can see my mouth, is that they had this uh, geometric ice cube that they served. So this was the glass. This was the carafe that it came in, and you sort of pulled. And this was it was smoke, so it was like a smoked ice cube.
So wait a minute. Wait.
So
So that's
yes,
upside down. So you're taking, is that the top of the carafe? You're taking the top of the carafe and pouring it out, or is the glass to the right that yellow
pouring the carafe
texture?
into the glass. And no, this is a candle.
Okay, all right. So that's the candle. Okay, so the glass is underneath, and the carafe is sitting on top of it. Is that what it is?
Exactly, and it's on top of there because they put smoke in the bottom, so that ice cube is smoked.
Got you. Okay, I was just trying to figure out what I was looking at. Okay, I got you.
Right. And then, so then we started with the amuse bouche, which was like a custard served inside of an eggshell. And baby, that was the best fucking little. You ate it with a little tiny spoon, and so it was like custard and a little poor people like ourselves call it jello, but I think it's aspic. That's the word I'm thinking of. So it was like a little mousse and a little aspic. And I think this was shaved truffle and duck cracklings on top. Yes. So that was the amuse bouche.
Okay.
And then I had foie gras for the first time. So this is actually duck liver pate with
Okay.
A crust. This is like a shortbread crust, radishes, muscadine, more aspic. So a muscadine, so like a wine jello on top of the goose liver mousse served with radishes. And then we had the little cheese selection. And then I had the Schlutzkrapfen Mezzaluna. So I don't know, you may or may not know what a huitlacoche is. Is it a what
I don't
coochie?
want nothing to do with no damn coochie. What are you talking about?
So huitlacoche is a fungus that grows on corn in Mexico. And it's edible. So basically, on certain corn, it'll grow inside the little corn kernels, and it'll blow up and look like the corn kernel has like grown popcorn, but that's a fungus, and the fungus is edible. So it's like a potato soup with truffles and charred corn and hearts of palm and whatever. So that was the meal. I was trying to be, I knew this weekend was going to be full of shenanigans and fuckery when it came to food and drink. So this was a vegetarian meal. So I was trying to be good. And then it came with a side of potato. So was like a little potato loaf served with creme fraiche and caviar. And this was my first time having caviar. It was not it was neither Osetrova nor Petrosian Beluga. It was but it was good. Let me hold on before I scroll to the next picture. I gotta make sure what the next picture is gonna be before I roll. So hold on.
I mean,
And then the for dessert, we each got this little nest of robin's egg truffles. So that was all quite tasty. And then after that, we went to see a strange loop. So had you heard of a strange loop?
we talked about this. The name sounded familiar, but the play itself, that's about it. I couldn't tell you what it's about actually.
Yeah, so basically it's a play about an usher who was writing a play about an usher writing a play about an usher writing a play. So it's a it was levels to the shit. No, we can't swipe right, Grace. I mean, yeah, we can't swipe right because we are
Listen, we're
on
not trying to get banned. Hello, like that's not what we
no
doing.
no. So no,
Grace.
actually, I think what's there to see next is
Well,
fine.
no. All we gotta do is tell Grace to swipe right in her phone. We want to see what's in her phone.
Right. So I think I can. So we'll leave it here for a moment. Can I just hide that? And then how do I come back to it?
It's still up on the screen, just
Uh,
so you know.
oh, okay. So I see what I can do. I can hide that window.
Hey,
And then I
Joshua.
gotta go back to the screen, and then I can scroll to where I need to go. So all right. So then after that, we did we hang out anywhere else? Friday night?
Uh, that was that was that what was that the first night?
Yeah, or Thursday
Well, that
night.
was so. This was after the phone call.
After what?
This was after your phone call to me.
After what?
The dinner and stuff you just showed. This was after the phone call you made to me.
That was on Thursday.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
No. That was on the dinner was on Thursday. The phone call to you was on Friday. And then so
Right, but
Friday,
because the phone it was pertaining to Friday afternoon, right?
Friday afternoon, yes.
Got you. Okay. All right.
Yes. And then so Friday evening was when Onyx Southeast had their bar night for Kinky Carnival. So I had to give some real props to Shinzi, who is the road captain, because he really did that damn thing. When I tell you it was, all of the years that we've been going to Kinky Carnival, this was the most carnival-like atmosphere that they had.
Okay.
So, basically they extended the Eagle out a little bit into the parking lot, and they had little tasting booths essentially. So they had one of the brothers doing a little wax. So, it had one of the little bodega candles, or maybe it was a regular white candle, and you could do a little wax. I mean, they weren't doing a whole scene on you, but you could put your arm out and they put a little wax on your arm. And then I think they had like a spanking booth, and then one other where you could like spin a wheel and get surprises. And then K-Wood was doing not a demo, but a sort of talk about toys. So, he had like a bunch of toys laid out, and he was giving the kids a little bit of a show.
Listen, all I'm going to say about K-Wood, and I loves me some K-Wood. Jade, I love you, but baby, you are never going to live that down. Listen, I don't know if you watch it, but you ain't never going to live this down. And I told you about this. Don't come out to the space and you all geared up and you got your goddamn boots on the wrong feet.
How did he have his boots on the wrong foot?
All I know is I was sitting there and I'm thinking, am I drunk? I was like, what is going on? Like, I'm sitting there and I'm staring like, am I drunk? I was like, K-Wood, what is going on with these boots? And of course, K-Wood had already started. He had already started with the festivities, so he was already a little out there. So
He was
we
full.
laughed about that for a minute. Yeah, we laughed about that for a minute. We did. So K-Wood, I love you, baby, because that is a great memory that I have of you. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. And then so Saturday morning, I had brunch with did we go? When did we go to? Oh, right. On Friday, I got to backtrack because on Friday evening, Volt had work stuff to do. So Isu and I went to dinner at Cirque Daiquiri Bar.
No, 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 no.
I will just say that.
No, 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 no.
So remember the time we went and you were with us and Devon and Deviant was with us and because I did the hookah. And remember how crowded it was? And remember, we looked at the menu and was like, oh, so this is the exact same spot as the Daiquiri Factory because it's the same menu or whatnot. Well, they have changed and they have gone from a Daiquiri Factory clone that served bar food to a fancy Negro establishment. Well, wannabe fancy Negro establishment that also serve frozen beverages. It felt you know what the new iteration of it felt like something one of the Real Housewives of Atlanta would do as a business concept. If you understand what I'm trying to say, like the food was okay. Like I had red beans and rice with sausage as an appetizer, and they bought this big ass bowl of red beans and rice. I was like, bitch, this is not an appetizer. This is a whole fucking meal. But of course, the red beans and the sausage was on top of a whole bowl of plain white rice. And then and Isu
Trayvon, I wasn't gonna say nothing. He was there, but
we will go because the daiquiris were good. We dig it a little full, and we were both like, "Bitch, are we gonna be able to make it to the Eagle?" But we did, and we went, and we had us a cute little time. But it is not the same as the Daiquiri Factory was back in the day. So we left there, made it to the Eagle, but we were there and out because we had a booth reserved for us at Best Friends, the strip club. And so, bitch, I am getting old because
okay.
I walked in and listen, I was not the only one. You know, Isu was the youngest among us. Isu was like 41.
Is
And
that much of an age?
maybe he's like 42, but he's not more than like 42 years old.
Oh my
So
God.
we was all like, why is this music so loud? The music was loud as shit.
Turn the lights on. I can't see.
No, I was fine with that. I mean, it's a strip club. But I was like, the music was loud as shit. And then on top of the loud ass music, it's the dude with the fucking microphone talking like, give it up for everybody's like, and you know, the strippers, some of the strippers were good, and some of them were great, and some of them were like, And then, so listen, I support sex work in all of its forms, right? But the last time we was at Best Friends was like 2 years ago. And there were some familiar faces at the strip joint. And I
faces.
as dancers, and I was like, oh wow, you're still here. So because I have this, you know, dad thing going on where I have nothing against dancers, but I only ever see it as like a short-term thing, like, okay, girl, you know, I got a good body, I got a big dick, you know, I'm gonna do this for, you know, like a year to save up enough money to go back to college. You know, that's just the thing in my mind. But then I was like, oh shit, it's 2 years, you still here. And then I was like, you know what? That's none of my fucking affair. Let me just get
college
is
some dollars. 4 years. It's 4 years. You got 4 years. Listen, you got textbooks each semester. Right. Come on, you got to make it happen.
Right. And I will say that there were some men in this club. So if this is not the size in terms of dick size, But if this is the height of no, it's better. If this is the height of the height, meaning like from floor to ceiling of the average man, these dancers were like this tall, but all of them had penises that were this big around. I was like, God, baby, you are not more than 5'2", but your dick is almost touching the ground. I mean, I get it that obviously you can't be like, oh, this is a random sample of human beings, because obviously you got to audition, and this guy is only, I'm sure that guy has a ruler that's like, baby, if you can't at least get to here, you know,
Listen,
and you can't get qualified, because there were the smallest dick would be large. Like most people will, the smallest dick in there, most people will be like, God damn, if my dick was that big, it would be considered a big dick. So it was like, yeah. So it was
I mean, listen, these are the pocket gays. These are the pocket gays of our lives. That's what they do. That's what they're doing. They surprising people. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're like,
and,
ta-da!
Exactly. And so we had a good time there, and then we went and got some chicken and then headed home. And then Saturday, I got up and had brunch with my mentee, Nighthawk. And so then some about that chicken that I had on between the chicken that I had Thursday night. Oh, actually, we discovered a cute chicken spot. Now I gotta find it. Maybe I didn't save it. But it starts with a P. I'll find it.
Okay.
And I can explore my timeline. Bear with me.
Hey, B-Rock, what's going on?
That must have been Friday, so the 29th. Where do we go? Pelicana. Is a chicken spot called Pelicana, and so basically it's a Korean
chicken place. The one you was talking about, is it Korean?
Yes, the Korean chicken spot. And so basically you could either get whole wings or chicken breast strips. So it wasn't like chicken tenders. It was literally, they took a chicken breast, pounded it flat, cut it into strips, and then you could get it fried up any kind of way. So all of that fried food plus the chicken that I had on Friday. So even though I did good when I was out with Nighthawk, I had to come back to the hotel because my stomach was like, no, bitch.
It's like, no.
You should just sit down for a little while. So I'm there on my phone on TikTok for like 2 or 3 hours. And then I was supposed to meet up with Volt and Isu at Bulldogs. And so here I am at the airport. Now, I wasn't staying on the side of the airport where we normally stay, like where the hey B-Rock, where like where we stayed for LLC and other stuff. I was on the other side of the airport. So this one you had to take 285 to 75 to get into the city, versus that one you just get on the highway and take 85 all the way down into the city. So anyway, so I get dressed in my cute little ensembles, and also, side note, I did a really good job on this trip of wearing all of the clothes that I brought with me, complete with different purses for all of the looks that I had.
So I'm going to go back. I just want to go back. I just want to go back to something real basic. Atlas, keep me honest on this. Grace, keep me honest. Lola, keep me honest on this. I just want to be clear. If Eccentric's in the room, keep me honest as well. So how many bags did you take on this trip?
Why we keep bringing up old shit?
I mean, I just want to be clear, because I mean, listen, I am asking a question for educational purposes, and I'm trying to educate people on the do's and don'ts of packing, as well as what to wear, when to wear it, and how to wear it while on a trip.
So I had my one big suitcase, and then my fold up, zip up,
the 29-inch, the big 29-inch one that you can put a body in. You talking about that one?
Yes, that one. And and here's why I did that, right? Because I have decided I'm not going to do this thing where I pack the bag as tight and bring a small bag. Baby, just bring the big bag. And then this way, I didn't really spend a lot of time folding stuff. I laid all of my clothes in the bag so that they didn't get wrinkled. But baby, when it was time to pack up, I just well, first of all, I was able to use that bag as the dirty clothes thing. So I just was, as I was wearing the outfit, I just put it in there, which made it easier because I had room to shuffle out. Because when I check into a hotel, you stay with me, maybe I unpack like I live there.
Yeah, and I don't.
And so I was able to, okay, I've worn this, and instead of putting it back in a drawer or something, it just went into the luggage. So it helped me with my options because I was like, okay, girl, I've already worn that. And by having it wasn't out of sight. I mean, it was right there, but it wasn't in the thing. And when I got ready to leave,
no, Grace. No, Grace. No.
I want to be clear that my bag, even though it was the big bag, was only 35 pounds.
So that was just the one bag and no carry-on, just one bag.
No,
nothing
the garment bag that folds up into a duffel.
So you have the 29 and a garment bag,
and that's it. I mean, but I gotta have
a shoulder bag.
No, that fit inside of the other thing. The only reason I took that out, it was so that I could have like my phone and other stuff at the seat with me. Okay. But I always have to have a carry-on bag because I have to have my CPAP and stuff, and that's not going under nobody's plane because that's
I get that.
$1,500 worth of medical equipment. If they break that shit, here I am about to die and pass out because I can't breathe.
So you had that. Okay, so there was 2 bags in the carry-on. Okay, all right. Okay.
There was 1 bag in a carry-on.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway,
I just wanted to ask and clarify just for the room. I just wanted to clarify for the room.
So
keep me honest.
After my stomach was feeling better, I because I was just scrolling through TikTok while whatever was in my stomach worked its way through and everything. And so then I got dressed and I get into the car and what another thing I like about your car, at least the version that I had wireless Android Auto, which I prefer. I don't know, because sometimes they have it depends on the option, and that is not a read.
Well, no. I do have that, but it's basic. Yeah, I just like to plug in, but because it comes up on ways and everything else. But yeah.
Right. And so I get in the car and I'm already pulling off because the beginning is always turn left and get on the interstate and keep it going. And so I am going and it says could not connect. I mean, Android Auto connected, but it couldn't connect to Google Maps. And then I saw that I didn't have any bars and it said like emergency only. And you know how sometimes your phone goes into that mode and you just gotta go to airplane mode and then let it reconnect to the tower. So I did that like 3 times and it wouldn't go. And meanwhile, I'm still driving on the highway. And eventually I was just like, well, bitch, I'm already too far to go back. So I had to navigate from my hotel to Bulldogs from memory. And
so let me tell you how that would have went for me. I've been like, I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this Netflix.
I had no signal.
I'm just saying the phone call would have been to somebody like,
sir,
it would have been
no way to call anybody.
I'm just saying I'd have stopped at a payphone or something like that.
What I can do is because I have status with Marriott, I could have gone into any Marriott and connected to their Wi-Fi. But because, and it's funny because my coworker had said to me, because I had this habit of bringing like my work laptop or my work tablet or whatever. He was like, you leaving all of that shit here. You're not bringing none of that with you. I was like, I'm bringing my work phone just in case I need a hotspot. And I didn't have a work phone in the car with me because I could have used that phone. But anyway, so I was like, all right, so girl, how many times have I been pulled?
Well, hold on, because I think the issue was larger, but I'm
No,
not trying to cut you off, but I think the
it
issue was
was
larger.
only Verizon.
Yeah, it was, and when I'm saying it wasn't just it was a lot of stuff. But anyway,
Right,
ahead,
but this particular issue had to do with some software issue that ruined service for lots of people. And how I know that, I'll tell you when we get there. But anyway, so I was like, bitch, baby, you've been to Bulldogs dozens of times. You should be able to get there. And then I was like, bitch, where the fuck is that? I was like, I know it's on Peachtree. I know that for a fact.
First of all, there's 15 peach
But
trees,
the
number
main
one.
Peachtree, and I know it's down the street from Fox Theater. Right, David? I don't even know where the fuck. And first of all,
excuse me, watch y'all tongue. Hello. I mean, listen, I am a man of a certain
so am
age.
I,
I'm used to
but
a
bitch, I
payphone.
can't tell you the last time I saw a payphone.
Now, would I put my face on it? Absolutely not. I'd probably be sitting there like, hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Like when you see people at a public water fountain, I'm like, ugh, you put your mouth, you know where birds and shit use. No, girl. We have options now. We can get a bottle of water. But anyway, so I was like, I know it's on Peachtree. I know it's past the Fox Theater. I know if I keep going, Fox Theater is going to be on the left, several blocks. Bulldogs is going to be on the right. But then, all right, so how the fuck do I get to the Fox Theater? I know that when you get downtown, there's an exit that says Peachtree, and then I know it's something about Spring Street. So, all right, so I got off on the Peachtree exit and took that around, and then that's where I crossed Spring Street, because that's where starts with a V. Not Voyager. Varsity. Where Varsity is, the gas station and Varsity, that's right on Spring Street. So when you get off of the interstate, you cross that, you go past Emory, and then you go run into Peachtree. And then I knew it wasn't to the right. I know for a fact that it was to the left, because no matter where you stay, you always get off of that exit. You always make a left on the Peachtree. And it just kept going. I was like, bitch, this might not be it. Might not be it. Then I saw the lights of the Fox Theater off on the left. And I was like, all right. So I know for a fact that I am going the right way. So I get there, and finally I get there, and I felt like, baby, I felt like Columbus discovering America, except I wasn't there to murder the natives. Because bitch, I was like, girl, I can't believe I found it. I cannot believe that I navigated 15 miles with twists and turns by memory.
But you did.
And when I got there, like I got there and we were sitting, and then a few minutes later, Voodoo and Cheshire and Mufasa showed up, and Cheshire has Verizon, and Cheshire and Voodoo have Verizon, and we're having the exact same issue. So it wasn't just me. And then of course, you know, Volt shady ass was like, "Did you pay the bill? Did you pay the bill, girl?" Yes, bitch, I paid.
Let me tell you something about paying my bills, bitch. I'm always pay my cell phone bills. I don't
always. if nothing else is on, bitch, I could at least call the girls.
Bitch, I'm gonna pay my cell phone bill now, bitch. Now what?
And so we had a cute time at Bulldogs, and then I forget where the fuck we went after Bulldogs. Oh, we went back to the Eagle because they had a drag show starring Jasmine Masters, and I thought I was gonna be like,
Jasmine is hilarious from what I understand.
So the first number she did was kind of obscure. I couldn't tell you to this day what she did, but the second number that she did was one of the dozens of live versions of Patti LaBelle's "You Are My Friend," and that bitch was rolling on the floor, baby, because both me and Volt had gone to the ATM and gotten lots of ones. Now remember, Volt was there for work at the I don't know if he was there for work, but he knew the owner, so that was why. So, but we both had like stacks of ones. So, baby, I was making it rain on Jasmine. I was like, yes! Because, baby, she turned us out.
Good.
So, yeah, so we had a good old time. And then Sunday, we had the festival in the park, which was real cute. Which was when my coworker was talking about the meta glasses. I was like, yeah, these would have been real cute for that. And then we both looked at each other, and he was like, they would be cute for other shit too. Because can you imagine? It takes up to 3 minutes of video.
I've been having this conversation with both Gray and 007 about theirs, and we constantly have conversations. Yeah, so I get it.
Yeah, and that's a lot that you can do in 3 minutes. And then it just downloads to the phone and it empties the memory, and then you got another 3 minutes that you can do. So yeah, it was good. All right, so anyway, that was my weekend. And then on Monday, as is typical, of course, all of the trade comes out of the woodwork as you were getting ready to go back to the airport. That's when everybody who is sort of like, you can see them on Grindr, like they looked at your profile or whatever. Now all of a sudden everybody's like, hey, how's it going? And I was like, girl, I am at the airport now. You may go. And then so I was in the Delta Lounge again, because I was like, all right, let me see. This is Atlanta. So the Delta Lounge in Atlanta got to be cute, because, you know, they have I don't know if you know this, but they have one Centurion Lounge for the whole airport at Terminal E, but there is a Delta Lounge at every terminal. So at the T gate, A, B, C, D.
Isn't Delta, isn't that a hub
It's
for Delta?
Home, not just a hub, it's their home.
It's a home. Okay.
So okay. I was expecting great things from the Delta Lounge at the T gates. Again, cocktails and chargers and space and whatnot. But bitch, they were serving food on paper plates. Not regular paper plates, but like on the stiff, thick paper plates with plastic silverware. I was like, the fuck?
I thought you was going to say the white paper plates, the ones with the ridges that you got to put like 3 and 4 and 5 to keep them.
It's a thick plate, but it's not styrofoam. It's like that pressed. So it's not like a regular paper plate. It's like that pressed, thick, composite paper material, like recyclable or whatnot, and plastic silverware. And I was like, bitch, Centurion Lounge would never. It's all China and real silverware and glasses and whatnot. But again, you know, this one had a much better selection of food. I ate down at that spot. And then I had like 3 cocktails and everything. So I'll end this by saying that this was my first Pride in more than 20 years. The last time, if you read my blog, Dominion's Opinions, then you will know about my last trip to Atlanta and all of the mess and the foolishness that ensued, and the previous trips, and how I spent all of the time, you know, chasing out the dates and whatnot. This time was so much different, coming as a mature man who just, you know, I had fun. I made the most of my trip, but it wasn't a focus of the trip in any way. So any fun that happened just was happen. It just happened. I honestly didn't plan for anything to happen. Shit. The blog is domonyx.com. For the moment, I am going to be moving everything over to Substack, and then you all can subscribe to me directly, and I can eventually start dropping some new content on that blog. The stuff that is there on domonyx.com is old, but they're like 200 columns there, so lots of stuff for your viewing pleasure, and it is very not safe for work, because, you know, lots of porn gifs and whatnot. So overall, Pride was lovely. We got to go next year.
Listen, it's been a while since I've actually done Pride in Atlanta, and like you, it's been at least 10 or 15 years since I've done
Mhm.
Pride in Atlanta.
And it was no good
And in
reason.
fact,
It's
I
not
think,
like I was anything bad. It was just like other shit that
oh
went on.
no, yeah. No, it was just one of those things where it's like I just haven't done it. In fact, I think the last time, if I remember correctly, the last time I did Pride, I did it with Maximus. That's where his ass got. I made him clean that damn car out when he thought the window was down, and you know, but that's a whole nother
Yeah.
conversation. But yeah, it's been a minute. But the one thing I didn't that particular weekend, it was just hot. It was hot as shit.
So Trayvon, with the Substack, I can get paid subscriptions through there, so I won't need a Patreon. So well, that's coming. And also, speaking of which, the BGKH show will have a Substack as well
Substack.
eventually. And then, so what's going to happen is we will still be. We just kept the Facebook profiles on, but I can look and see that no one's actually watching us on any of our Facebook profiles. So we will go back to only the YouTube and eventually the Substack. And then if you subscribe to the Substack, eventually we will have paid subscriptions, which is going to, serious. I mean, baby, I want to be clear that it is unlikely that we will be able to retire off of the money that we make off of the subscriptions. But what we will be able to do is buy equipment and other things where we can do like lives and stuff. So like we could afford those Meta glasses and do like person interviews. Because imagine if we did that video, right? And because it's doing audio, and then I think you can hook up a Bluetooth speaker to it, like a little wireless microphone, so we could do little person on the street interviews at Pride and whatnot.
Yes.
So there are ways that we can do, and so that's what that sort of thing will do. Because I don't want people to think that, first of all, and these subscriptions ain't gonna be like $30 a month. These gonna be like $5 a month. Well, maybe $30. We'll have levels to the shit. So
but none of this is happening
no,
tomorrow.
this is by the end of this season, we will realize the vision for the next 300 episodes of the BGKH show.
That is correct.
So I had a wonderful Labor Day weekend, and now the time has come to look forward to
next event is going to be Blackout.
So I'm looking forward to the shenanigans, and I am already I'm doing a class for Blackout. So Mufasa, or I was going to do a class, but Volt was going to do the class on Ass Play, but he has other work responsibilities that weekend. So he's not going to be able to do it. So I am doing a class called The Art of Putting Stuff Up Your Butt.
I mean, it's the classiness that's what's going to draw everybody in.
So join Dominion and the bitch, because that's my sub. The bitch is going to be my sub for a discussion of all things ass play, including fingering, toys, and fisting. Topics will include anatomy basics, dom/top prep, sub/bottom prep, solo versus partner play, toys, tools, and equipment, techniques and position, chastity and ass play, negotiation, checking in, and ass play. Negotiation, checking in, and aftercare. So I'm excited.
I didn't think that you were not going to be excited. It's one of your favorite things. Like these are the top 5 comments from Dominion. Can I stick my finger in your booty? 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 And can I stick my finger in your booty?
Yeah. I'm a little bit more complex than that.
I'm sorry. Can I stick my finger in your booty.
Yes, B Rock, you can come to Onyx is open to everyone.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
And listen, Trayvon, Trayvon, you talked about Josh driving down, baby. No. Y'all figure that out. However y'all want to do that, but that Atlanta drive. Listen, it was fun with the right people, but as a conscious decision at this point, I don't know.
Yeah,
But okay.
For 30 seconds, I toyed with the idea of just renting a car and driving down to Atlanta because that would save me the cost of a flight. But then I was like, girl.
Then you got to drive back, and that's still
That
another 13, 14
the
hours.
worst because the drive down is like anticipatory. The drive back is like,
right.
Girl.
It's like, bitch, I got 13 more hours of this. How about I just move here? I'm gonna just move to North Carolina, and I'm
going halfway. I'm checking in south of the border and never leaving.
Just mail my shit. I'm good.
So yeah, but so that was my weekend. But it is 9:15. You got some stories for us?
Yeah, I got a couple stories. So listen, folks, just really quickly, I'm just gonna run through some stuff. There was a news story floating around. Some of this stuff was from last week and we didn't talk about it, but I'm gonna just graze over all of it together. Prince Jackson, the eldest of Michael Jackson's 3 children, he proposed to his longtime girlfriend. His name is Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., because we all know him as Prince.
Is that Blanket? Or is Blanket the younger brother?
Actually, no. Blanket is the younger brother.
Okay, got it.
That's the youngest one, like the youngest.
Right, it's 3 of them. It's 2 boys and a girl. So Prince and Blanket.
Right, Prince.
What's the girl's name?
Harris.
I was gonna say Blanket.
Harris. And Blanket's name is like BG or something like that. I can't think of what it is, but anyway.
But yeah.
But so like Prince keeps a lot of his personal life out of the spotlight. The woman who he got engaged to her name is Molly. She's from there. They've been together 8 years. They met while they were in college, and in fact, they met at Loyola Marymount in 2017. And they celebrated their first anniversary by taking a trip together in San Francisco. And then he made this announcement that they were engaged on Instagram, captioned with, like 8 years down and infinity to go. So congratulations to Prince and his fiance. I'm going to say Babs. Lord have mercy. Molly. In that same vein, there's been on the interwebs for the past couple of weeks that Taylor Swift is now a betrothed woman. Her and Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce have been engaged. They made the announcement on Instagram as well with a caption that says, "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married." There was a ring that they showed that was handcrafted in 18 karat gold, and the center was diamond, had needlepoint prongs. Swift hasn't really publicly commented on the cost of the ring itself, but Benjamin Cortaport of Estate Diamond says he estimates the price of her jewelry to be around a little bit over $550,000. And so it's an old mine brilliant cut sparkler that was designed by Kindred Lubex of Artifacts Fine in collaboration with Kelsey. And that was something that they did. It's a cute old new ring, in case you haven't had a chance to take a look at it. I wanted to point out some new music that dropped this last week. A lot of this stuff came off of the This Is R&B website, but Doja Cat drops her first taste of her forthcoming album, LPV. This was last week and beginning of this week, rather. And Daniel Caesar has a new album, Call on Me. Kid Cudi has returned to release his 10th studio album, Free. That became available on the 22nd of August. Tasha Cobbs Leonard and John Legend, they have a song out, or new music out, called Church. Mariah Carey featuring Shinsia and Kalani, Sugar Sweet. Tyler has a new song out, WWP. El Hay has a new body of work out called Lotus Ave, which is actually really good. Tave has an EP called Fly Away. Bonita Jalaine has Kept Kissing Frogs. Kem has a new song out, Give My Love. Kevin Ross has a new project as well. LMI is back with a new song on Tell Her, which is a new album for her. Eric Roberson has a new album, Trust in Love. Jessie J has a new album, Believe in Magic. Johnny Gill actually has a new sound called One Night to Set Things Right. And he's very Johnny Gill. Lettucey has a new Dinah Washington music out. What a Difference a Day Makes in a blues jazz twist, which is what her wheelhouse, and that is amazing for her. And like I said, Daniel Caesar was the last person that I mentioned had some new music out as well. I was going to talk about Pride, but you mentioned that as well. The 13th annual Pure Heat Community Festival at Piedmont Park down in Atlanta. For the sixth time in a row, Mayor Andre Dickens, the at the Atlanta Black Pride reception at City Hall, honored some leaders and cultural contributors with appearances from T.S. Madison, Saucy Santana, Tiffany Evans, Suki, Terrell Carter, Milan Christopher, Diamond the Body, Rico Chappelle, Melissa DJ M. Scott, Steezo, Fortin Yardy, Dames, amongst others, including Trinity K. Brene, and celebrity wardrobe stylist Ryan Christopher, who earned the Trailblazer Award. Fans also enjoyed a special set from Saucy himself. And then The Brat and Jessica Harris Dupart were presented with a Cultural Impact Award by Mayor Dickens as well. So, I mean, it was a fun time. The pictures look great. T.S. Madison came on stage with this really cute ensemble. She looked really cute. It was fixed. It was fitted to her, so it made it look better. I love T.S. Madison. But sometimes I'll be like, wait a minute, TS, is this NSFW or is this like, but hey, listen, I get it. You put your body out there and it looks, it looks how it looks. So listen, I don't want no smoke because I love TS, but she did have a cute outfit though. There's another story that I found interesting. It was sad at the same time. There was a bungee jumping mom who was celebrating her 45th birthday and wanted to mark the occasion with an awe-inspiring bungee jump. She did that. She completed the jump successfully. She was even heard screaming with joy as she was swinging from the elastic rope, hovering off the ground. When she was done, she decided to climb back up to the tower and snap a selfie for keepsake. She did so without attaching any safety ropes and then tragically slipped and fell to her death. Now, what made it more heartbreaking was that her 23-year-old son, who had bought his mom this adventure, watched as she fell. So first of all, I'm just excited that this person decided they wanted to bungee jump because, listen, the most I've done has been a sky coaster situation where I pulled the plug and I swung another woo. So this bungee jumping head first, I don't know how about that, but great that she did it. But then the sad part is you live to tell about it, and then you're gone because of a simple mistake. There was no foul play noted. They're going to probably look at the center or the place where she was actually jumping just to make sure everything was all, their permits and everything were all together and everything was right. But for the most part, it was just a tragic accident. So our condolences to that woman and her family, especially her son, Nikita. So some sad news as well is that in March of 2022, Justine Lindsay made history as the NFL's first openly transgender cheerleader. 3 seasons later, the Carolina Panthers top cat stepped away from the squad to pursue pageantry and do some community outreach. She made a statement in Outsports, and she said she wanted to be beyond it. She wanted to grow beyond the sidelines, striving to be recognized, not just as an NFL cheerleader, but as someone making a positive impact, especially during these uncertain times. This announcement marks a reversal, as some news outlets have previously reported that she will return for the 25-26 season. She told LGBTQ Sports News website, her focus is to educate and uplift the younger generation of leaders to pursue their dreams and goals. She has charitable work that includes Time Out Youth and Southern Equality, 2 LGBTQ groups based in the South and dedicated to education, advocacy, and equality. In pageantry, Lindsay was recently crowned 2025 Miss Black Charlotte Pride as the winner. And in her statement, she took aim at the Trump administration, declaring, and I quote, "Don't let a president who is delusional stop them from reaching their goals, whether they are trans, African-American, not American, etc." So congratulations to Justine Lindsay and her pursuit of all of her goals at this particular point. And speaking of pageants as well, I wanted to give a shout out to the 2026 winner of the Miss Continental 2026 pageant. Her name is Gadfrey Arbulu, and I hope I pronounced her name right. But listen, it doesn't matter if I pronounce her name wrong or not. Miss Gadfrey is absolutely drop dead gorge. And let me be clear, she is taking the title after Raquel Balenciaga Lord, who was one of my old, ballroom house people from a long time ago. Hey, Raquel. But Raquel had a phenomenal year as well. But listen, all of the contestants in the pageant were absolutely stunning. I've seen some of the most beautiful gowns, and great talents at this pageant. And I am putting this out there for the public because I keep talking about this and I keep trying to make it happen. I am going to Continental next year. It is one of those things that I'm going to do. So me and the brother are going to go out to Continental. It's usually in Chicago.
Okay.
So that is one of those things, and it's Labor Day weekend as well. So it's always there is the Mr. Continental pageant and also the Miss Continental pageant, and the Mr. Continental pageant also was held in that same weekend. And so the congratulations go out to the new Mr. Continental, and that is, his name is, let me make sure I say this. Did I get him confused with somebody? Hold on. His name is Raul. Well, he doesn't have a last name here, but he's crowned the winner of 2025. But hold on, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this wrong. Sorry, y'all. Isaiah Sanchez Hilton. Sorry. He is the 2026 winner, the Mr. Continental 2026, and he just won as well. He had some emotional videos out there when he was actually crowned, because when they called his name, he just started screaming, and it was like that scream of like, yes, ah! But it was interesting to watch because it was like, is he all right? What's going on? But that baby was just happy. So congratulations, Mr. Continental and Miss Continental for 2026. That's it. That's all I got for this particular week and some stories. I'm going to try to cut that down and just talk about some other cool stuff. I think the music stuff which is something that I think a lot of us enjoy. I'm going to try to report out on that as much as I can. But if there's some other stuff, like we mentioned before we even went to break, that you guys want to hear or want us to talk about, please drop us a line, send me a message, let us know what's going to go down. Eccentric, come on. Yeah, I'm down to go to Chicago with you next. Listen, Eccentric, I am here for it because, baby, if we know nothing else from Miss Misty Night, and listen, from Milan, when Milan shows up, baby, a good pageant gets everything together. And so I am here for it. So I expect to go and be blown away. So that's where we are. In fact, I take that back. Eccentric, didn't you competed in Continental, I think, as a dancer? And I think, I'm not sure if you did, because you were in one of Misty's numbers, but I thought you ran yourself or you at least went to the contest 1 year. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eccentric, because I thought I remember seeing that somewhere. But yes, that's Continental is definitely one of those things that I definitely always wanted to say and see and do. So I'm gonna make that happen for myself. So that's what you're gonna do. So, but that's all I got for this year. I'm sorry, for this year, awesome. For this week, on the Continental pageant and all the other stuff that's happened as of last week. So that's what I got.
Excellent. I'm excited. It's we got a lot going on, and yeah, but I am fading. So,
well, it's almost at your bedtime. It is. It's like, listen, we falls out by the 10:30 time. We be ready to fall out.
I'm at least.
I know.
I'm at least in bed, if not fell out. So by 10:30.
Yes, elite for Misty for a decade. Okay, I knew. I knew that you were in her number. And Misty, listen, she won that year, right? I just want to make sure because I know she had that title.
So as we wrap up, I, as always, want to say thank you all for coming out. We really do appreciate it. We got some really fun and interesting things happening, and so we look forward to it. Any last words,
yeah.
Epic?
We have a special guest that's going to be coming in to the show on the 24th. We are going to have the legendary Racine Pendavis to grace our presence. She is Listen, people refer to Cedric as the district house mother. Racine, although a lot of gay kids have parents, I never had a gay parent or gay mother. I had siblings and all that good stuff. If I had to, I would say somewhere between Diamond Aviance and Racine, because they've always been fixtures in my young gay life. And Racine in and of herself is a history book, like a walking history book. So we're happy to have her come on to the show and just talk about stuff. So I'm glad that she is going to be on our show, but look out for that. She's going to be on the show on the 24th, which is later on this month. And we're lurking on October guests. And so that's going to be interesting as well. So, but right now we definitely have Racine Pendava's booked on the show. And so we'll be chatting with her and having her onto the show for some good times. And she is hilarious just in and of herself.
Excellent. All right, kids. Well, with nothing else to say, we will say it's been fun. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Yes, indeedy. Thank you all for coming out and spending your time with us, because you could be doing so many other things.
Hallelujah.
But we are glad that you are here. Listen, please don't forget to tell people to share this link, have them to like it and subscribe. Listen, we want to be here. We want to be able to do some more things. We want to be able to pull y'all in so we could do some more fun stuff.
Right.
Come on, y'all.
All right. And with that, all right, let's see if this will work the way that I think it does. All right. So I'm going to